Hey y'all, and welcome to the Looking Glass Tarot. I'm going to do this reading on Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. He was the lead singer, and on April 8th, 1994, he was found on Lake Washington Boulevard in his home in the Denny Blaine area of Seattle. He was 27 years old, and he was found with a gunshot wound to his head, I believe, and a note along beside him. His actual date of death was April 5th, 1994, according to forensics. Let's see if there was foul play the day that he passed away. Five of Wands jumped out pretty quick. That's a conflict. So that's a conflict. It could be with schedule, but I kind of feel like this is a conflict with five people. Um, it's like that. There's like that one person that wants to lead the whole pack, and it's got to be their way or no way. So I feel like with the Five of Wands being here, sometime during that day there was a conflict over something. I kind of feel it has to do with money, money and appearances. Maybe there's some negotiation there that I feel like he doesn't want to negotiate about something. I kind of feel like he's just about had enough of negotiation at this point. Let's see why the Five of Wands is here. Conflict. So the Seven of Pentacles. So it upright, it's planning, putting things together. It's working on something long term, but you have steps and you have to put everything together. But I got it in reverse. So this is telling me that there was some long term plans of his that are not going to happen, because of some things that had already happened. So this is like being in reverse. It's like, you know, his energy's now scattered. He's like his thoughts aren't together. He's got too many distractions, too many setbacks. And it's like if something he was invested in, is no longer there. And it just seems like one thing after the other. So I think this has brought the conflict on, because I feel like the people that were around him was causing a lot of the setbacks and the distractions, and getting in the way almost, because I feel like there was something he wanted to really do and they were just not wanting it. They were just not wanting it. The Hermit. So the Hermit is taking time for yourself, looking at things differently, being by yourself, having a different perspective. I do think that he did have some time to think by himself. Um, I know that he did go to rehab and he came back, but I believe that he had some clear thinking time there, and there was some decisions that he made that he wanted to do differently, and I think this was causing the conflicts, because I think he got tired of all the setbacks, and I think he got tired of investments not coming through, and I think he got tired of making plans and they never happened. So I think he had time to think about that and reflect on that. The Chariot. This caused movement, because the Chariot is movement. It can be moving. It can be like literally moving from your home to another home. It can be quick movement, changing your direction, going on a trip. Um, so I kind of feel like he did take he did leave rehab and he did go home. So that could be why the Chariot's here. I kind of feel like with the Hermit here, he kind of thought things out and he had a clear head and he's like, I know what I want to do. Now I'm going to go do it. So I kind of feel like he had a mission, and that mission was to go back and to fix things because and do things the way he wanted them because he, like I said, he had setbacks and he had investments that weren't working and it doesn't necessarily mean money investments. It could have been any type of investment, but they were stalled. They were every time he would get to where he wanted to be, he would get set back with something. So, and I feel like this a person was a big part of that. Like it wasn't just him causing his setbacks. I feel like there was somebody causing his setbacks, somebody that was holding him back. And I kind of feel like they were doing it on purpose because they wanted to keep him a certain way so that they could control him. And they couldn't control him if he was being clear headed and changing his mind. And I feel like that was kind of a conflict. Judgment. The judgment is, it can be a lot of times in how, you see yourself and how people see you, but it is like karma because what you've done is going to come back to you. It's going to be back around again. But it can also be rebirth. So with the Chariot here, and I just said, I feel like he was going to do some changing, like he got clear headed and was tired of things going the way they were. I think Judgment is here for that. I think that's exactly what he wanted to do. I think he was going to make some changes, and I think he was going to start and go in a different direction than people around him wanted him to. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess is intuition. Um, it is also mystery. Things are a mystery. Things keep things hidden. Um, I do think he had great intuition, although I think it was clouded a lot of times. Um, and I think when it wasn't clouded and the decisions he made bothered someone, um, and I think he started keeping things to himself, like secrets. He started keeping secrets and keeping his ideas. And I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe he was writing a song and he was keeping it to himself. He wasn't telling anybody because he couldn't trust anybody. So I think he was keeping quite a few secrets to himself, and he was going to reveal them later. Um, but I do think that he had different plans than the people around him wanted him to have. Let's see one of the High Priestess here. Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can be about boredom. It can be about, stuck in a spot, stuck in one spot. Things aren't progressing. Things aren't moving. And with Cups, it's emotional. So you're upset about it. You're like, I'm at a setback. I can't see. I can't move forward. I can't figure out how to. Um, so that's what I keep. It keeps going back to being set back with the Seven of Pentacles. Something kept setting him back, and he was trying to figure out how to way to get around that. And I think he had figured that out, because I think he had some ideas, and he was heading in a different direction. And I think that time he had helped him see some things. Oh, too many one at a time. Oh my goodness. One at a time, please. There it is. Fine. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So all this put the Wheel of Fortune into play. So with it being here, this could be about good luck, new starts, money coming in. This can also be like a cycle that just was coming back around every time he got ahead. He was set back, and so this was like a cycle. It kept repeating itself over and over and over. Um, so I really feel like he just felt stuck, just like he would get halfway up the hill and somebody would push him down. And I feel it money was a big thing here. 7 of Wands. So yeah, 7 of Wands is standing your ground. It's excuse me. It's being you finally feel like you're at the top, or in control. You're over everything else because you see how he's got all of those wands like behind him. So it's like you're finally in control. You're finally standing there at the top. But you always feel like you got to stand your ground. You always got to say, well, I want to do it this way because, or I want to do it that way because. And he always got somebody there that was always saying, no, that's not what, this is the best way. Now, I'm not saying he didn't willingly take the stuff he took, but I'm saying he had a lot of help in that area, and I feel like it kept him where they wanted him. 3 of Cups. Yeah, 3 of Cups is about celebrating. So there was 3 people that sadly celebrated his passing. I'm feeling a fourth person. I'm not really sure why this fourth person is coming out so strongly. Um, I do feel like there was 3 to 4 people there the day he passed. But I feel like all out of as a whole, 5 people know. But I do feel like 3 to 4 people. I keep getting this fourth person, um, and they could have been the one to find him, or they could have been the one to call in the wellness check or whatever. But I feel like they were very much a part of it. Um, yeah, I do feel like it was foul play that day. And you see there's a knife there and a shovel, and it's like they're trying to hide something. They're going to bury something, or they're going to hide it where you don't know what's going on. Um so that it's kind of like that. They had to hide their part in it. So they had to um make it look how they made it look. Mm, yeah, so the fool is like inexperienced. Let's just jump right in here. Gonna jump right in here and take care of this. Inexperienced, not sure what they're doing, but inexperienced enough to not be as scared, you know. Um, and they thought it was going to give them new beginnings, and new starts, and I feel like it didn't give them what they thought, because people still talk about his death, and there's been all kinds of theories. over the years. So I kind of feel like it didn't give them what they thought it was going to give them. I feel like they didn't. I feel like they didn't get the result that they wanted out of it. And I feel like this happened like at night, not during the day. Um, yeah, with the eight of cups being here. I feel like it's just like, um, it was an emotional thing that they're trying to walk away from, and it's not as easy as they thought it was going to be. I feel like they walked emotionally. I feel like they were able to walk away from it, but on the other hand, I don't feel like it's been that easy for them. Let's see what if it will give us anything. There we go. So I said describe the person that was there, and I got the marriage card. So this was someone he was married to at one time or at that time. So I feel like she was there that day. At some point that day, she was definitely there, I feel like. Despair. I kind of feel like that's how he was when when they got there, just despair because things weren't going his way. Um I feel like the marriage was kind of in a despair state, like it wasn't going to last. Um it was kind of falling apart, I feel like. Um Definitely feel like with despair being here with marriage, the marriage was kind of not good. It was falling apart. Um do I feel like there was foul play that day? I do. I always have. Um I feel like he was trying to go in a different direction. I feel like he might have been writing a song, or he had some plans that they did not know about until he came home and revealed them. Um, I do, however, think this had been something they had thought about before, and then when he kind of they got to where they could not control him as much. He wasn't listening to them. I feel like they put it into play. Um, but I definitely feel at least 3 to 4 people were there, and I do feel like it was set up to look like it did. Um, and I hope when they reopen the investigation that they find answers and clues that will help lead to the right answer. But in my opinion, I feel like allegedly, in my opinion, I feel like it was foul play. I feel like there's more to the story, and I feel like it is definitely worth investigating. So thank you everyone for watching my video. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. I hope that everyone has a great day and love and life.